I once believed that homemaking was a serene, candlelit journey, filled with homemade sourdough and floral aprons. You know, the kind where classical music plays softly as you glide through your perfectly tidy home like a domestic fairy. Then I became a real homemaker. It all began on what I now call the day of the gravy explosion. It was a holiday. I had decided, in my infinite optimism, that I would make an entire meal from scratch, for 8 people, with matching table decor and handwritten name cards, because Pinterest told me I could. So I lit a cinnamon candle, turned on Nat King Cole, and tied on my cutest apron. "This is going to be magical," I whispered to my dog, who already looked concerned. Hour 1. Hope and ham glaze. Things actually went well at first. The ham was baking, the mashed potatoes were mashed, and I even made homemade rolls from scratch. I texted a picture to my sister with the caption, "Look out, Martha Stewart." She responded, "Don't burn anything," foreshadowing. Hour 2, chaos casserole. That's when it started unraveling. I couldn't find the green beans for the casserole, so I ran out to the garage freezer in my slippers. I opened the door, and a frozen turkey launched itself from the top shelf like a missile and slammed into my shin. I fell backward, beanless and betrayed. I hobbled back inside, threw on a bag of frozen peas instead, a culinary crime, and whispered, "They'll never know." Hour 3. Gravy. The liquid menace. It was time for gravy. I had never made gravy before, but how hard could it be? Flour, butter, chicken stock, stir. It's liquid gold, right? Wrong. I underestimated gravy like people underestimate toddlers with markers. I poured the stock into a pan, added flour, stirred confidently, and then the spoon got stuck. I added more broth. Now it was watery. I panicked. Added more flour. Lumps. More heat. More lumps. A little wine. For me, not the gravy. And then, an eruption. A loud pop. Followed by a splash so dramatic it could have been on the Discovery Channel. The gravy exploded. Hot liquid plastered the stove, the backsplash, my apron, and worst of all, my bangs. There I stood, dripping in gravy, mascara melting, holding a whisk like a weapon, yelling, "This is fine. Everything's fine." Hour 4. Guests arrive. I had 10 minutes to clean myself in the war zone that was now my kitchen. Guests arrive to the aroma of something burning. Oh, yes. The homemade rolls had turned into miniature charcoal sculptures. I tried to hide them under a festive napkin. My mother-in-law walked in, sniffed the air, looked at me, and said, "Did you use sage or thyme in the stuffing?" I said, "Regret." I used regret. Dinner time. Laughter and lumps. Somehow we sat down to eat. The gravy was served in a jar, labeled "Warning, not responsible for emotional damage." The green pea casserole was crunchy in ways it shouldn't be, and the ham burned, on one side only, like it had sunbathed too long without flipping. We laughed, we passed dishes, we told stories. Someone said it was the best dinner they'd had all year, though I suspect they skipped the gravy. After dinner, the real magic. Later that night, I stood barefoot in my kitchen, the quiet finally settling. There were dirty dishes everywhere, gravy stains on the ceiling, don't ask, and my dog licking a rogue cranberry off the floor. And I realized, this is homemaking. It's not about perfect centerpieces or Pinterest-worthy pies. It's about messy love, about feeding people with your hands and your heart, about laughing until your mascara runs and serving gravy that might be a little crunchy. Homemaking is imperfect. It's sacred chaos. It's gravy in your hair and joy in your soul, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. The end. For more homemaking stories, please subscribe to our channel.